All right, everybody. I don't even know what date it is. It's Thursday, March 19th, and I'd like to call the Kane County Agriculture Committee to order. Will you call the roll, please?
Allen, Leonard, Enesis, Sanchez, Williams, Roth,
Where the hell did everybody go?
Doobie.
You'll be here. All right. Oh, we have quorum in the room. Okay, superb. All righty. Did I have any remote attendance requests? I know that Ms. Allen's on her way. Okay, cool. May I have a motion for, well, you meant unanimous consent for the minutes from February 19th, 2026?
Roth will make a unanimous approval for the minutes.
Okay, no opposals? Okay, all right, public comment. Does anyone sign up for public comment?
I have one.
You have public comment? Okay, the floor recognizes our, you can do it, well, you can't do it from there unless someone, Mr. Leonard can give you a thing.
I'm Mike Kenyon. I'm bringing you some interesting facts. March 15th to the 21st is National
Oh, you
Ag.
got one, okay.
And an interesting thing, each farmer is able to feed 166 people. And you say, oh, that's not many. In 1940, we could only feed 19. That's the strides that and when we receive less than 15% of the money from the products that are sold. So if you sell eggs, you only get 15% and you're paying what, $3, $4? I have one for the end. Right now, there's going to be a strike at the largest packing plant in Colorado, 3,800 people. Can you imagine how big that is? What working in one space? And there's a strike just happened now at the BP down here. Our farmers, we've band together because we're less than 2% of the population. And we have to stick together. Do you know the difference between a farmer and a puppy? Puppies will eventually quit whining. I love that. That's a good ag joke. Anyway, well, the manager will be here, and you're looking forward to touch a what is it? Touch a tractor. It was what's used to be touch a farmer. Anyway, that's your interesting facts.
Thank you. Anyone else like to make any off-the-cuff public comments? No? What are so those 3,800 people that are going on strike, what, are they farmers that are going on strike?
No, there's a meat packers.
Oh, meat packers, I missed that. Well, yeah, meat packers are very important, so, okay. All righty. That brings us to our partners area of our meeting. So is Steve here? Steve's here, yay. Okay, Kane County Farm Bureau update. Steve, you're gonna have to grab a microphone from somebody. We're kind of casual here, it's like karaoke.
Yeah, I think Leonard's.
Mr. Leonard, thank you very much. I'm just going to sit. Bonnet, would you mind?
Y'all can
I'm
just sit up, it's fine.
I'm going to pass half of these each direction, and then Bonna's going to hand these out. So first of all, pleased to be here, very pleased, and I want to thank you for having a resolution in recognition of the 25-year anniversary of the Farmland Protection Program. I think that's very cool recognition, and for my part, it's really cool to say that I was here from the beginning when the county started talking about that program, and very pleased to see the success of it over the last 25 years. I think that, you know, that predates the Agriculture Committee, but it shows and reinforces the desire of county government to recognize and maintain agriculture as a viable land use in Kane County. And it's something that some of your neighbors did not do. So it was it was the appropriate time to do it in 2001, and we're glad to see it 25 years on continuing. I don't have a whole lot of updates. We are in the process, just like you, lost an elevator, and it changes everything. We're in the process of doing some building remodeling, so I've spent more time in the last month worrying about where to put the ottoman than I have about public policy and other tasks. But I can't call her my associate, but Bonna, and I'll introduce Bonna in just a minute, circulated a couple of things. First, next month, we have our 20th annual Touch a Tractor Farm City Open House at the Farm Bureau in St. Charles, April 10th to the 12th, so that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We are not doing a meet and greet on Saturday as we typically have done. The plans are to try to get you all out into the country, and we will pick a farm location to try to do that later in the year and try to get the Ag Committee, the county board, and some local legislators out on a local farm for something that's maybe a little bit more informal and a little bit more informative at the same time. So, so I hope that you'll put the Touch a Tractor on your calendar, and that you'll come out and see us that weekend, 10 to 4 on Saturday, Sunday, noon to 4 on Friday, the first day. The second thing that I put out, or that Bonna circulated, is information on an Eat, Join, Win promotion that we're doing. And this is a draft, but we will have Faye's Barbecue at the Kane County Farm Bureau to help us raise funds for the Kane County Farm Bureau Foundation College Scholarships. And they will be there beginning May 8th, which is a Thursday, and they will be there every Thursday in May, June, July, August, September, and October. So I assume that's about 26 opportunities to come by and get some delicious barbecue and help us raise funds to provide more scholarships for college students. While I'm on that topic, and this is also going to be in 2026, because we get a lot of members, but we also get a lot of public that comes through for the barbecue. So we hope to have somebody on the parking lot every night. We're actually recruiting, if you know of a energetic, enthusiastic, well-spoken young person. We're recruiting for somebody to talk to all the folks in the drive-through line about this Eat, Join, Win promotion, which gives people an opportunity to join the Farm Bureau just by eating barbecue. Eat enough barbecue, we'll give you a complimentary membership and a complimentary ticket to win this 1984 Chevrolet K10. I lost my train of thought. It's not coming back. And then the last thing that I want to do is to introduce Bonna Heinzen. Bonna is from Kirkland, and she has been selected by the board of directors of the Kane County Farm Bureau to take my place when I retire, which is coming really, really soon. So Bonna, if you'd like to come up here to the microphone.
Welcome.
Thank you. As Steve said, my name is Bonna Heinzen, and I was originally with Cook County Farm Bureau for about 18 years before the board offered me the opportunity to spend a couple of months learning from Steve and working with him, and then to become the manager for Kane.
Great. Thanks for being here. Not that we're not going to miss Steve, although I could do that job because I'm looking for a new job now come November. And also, who decided 1984 was a vintage truck? Okay, 1984 is not vintage. Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Just saying. All right, do you have anything else you want to add? I mean, are you doing like a 50-50 split, like you get to do the second half of the stuff that went off his train rails, or?
No, I would reiterate what Steve said. We'd love to have you at Touch a Tractor and have the opportunity to have you and your families out. And please join us for the barbecue. We are looking forward to interacting with the community and being able to share what Farm Bureau is doing for the community, for youth especially. And definitely, while I agree with you, 1984 is not that vintage, please consider entering the raffle truck raffle because it is a beautiful truck and a good cause.
Yes, Mr. Roth?
I stopped by the Farm Bureau the other day and it looked like it was shut down for toxic repair or something. What's happening over there?
We can. Okay. So we've actually had the opportunity, we've replaced the flooring, coming in the Countryside Vegetable and then into the office space as well. We're doing some touch-up paint. And we also took care of, I don't know if you've been in the kitchen area, but we've opened it up to allow for more space and everything. So we did throw tarps up just with the dust of the tiles
Right.
coming out. But the office has been open depending on the entrance.
Yeah, well, I stopped by on Tuesday, maybe there wasn't anyone there. And it says call a number, but it doesn't give the number and come out. And you may not want to have that public, but I'll get it offline from you.
So we are fully open.
Right.
My apologies. We are fully open again. We realized that we put the sign out to call the number. We were working in the back of the building and the back entrance was open. But on Tuesday, we had to unplug the phone lines and didn't,
Also,
although we had a telephone in the back of the building, it flashed, but it didn't ring. So we probably missed a few telephone calls. I apologize for
That's
my
okay.
everything that goes wrong. I think somebody asked about things that go wrong or things that are difficult. That's my fault. It is no reflection on Bana. But as she said, we're replacing floors and you learn when you do that. When you replace floors, even if it's a small project, you move absolutely everything 2 or 3 or 4 times. So, and as a second apology, because of the confusion of everything being not where it's supposed to be, we do have the trophy for the shopping spree, which did not get engraved in time for the shopping spree. We have done the switch of Mr. Roth's name with Chairwoman Juby's name for the appropriate years. And we really sincerely appreciate the support we got from both of you in 2 consecutive years to pick those groceries off the shelves for local food pantries. So thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I make a final comment. I want to thank you for all the years of service for you, Steve. And we'll miss you, but we're looking forward. I go out of the way to help the Farm Bureau. So I've been with the farm over 20 years because I've been with Country over 20 years. Thank you.
Okay, any questions, comments? No? All right, we're moving to our Northern Illinois Food Bank. I don't see Rob. Is anybody here to give us an update on the Northern Illinois Food Bank? No? Okay. No. Of course you may.
So I just wanted to mention that I work for Wilkinson, and Pritzker came through with some special allocations that have now hit in. So it's been very helpful. We've been getting a whole extra delivery of things. This week we're getting more chicken, we're getting pears, we're getting just a lot of stuff. So we're really grateful for what the state is doing. And I think that's what Rob would say.
I have a question. Does Murray Wilkinson have a cold truck? Yeah, a truck, a refrigerated truck.
Yes, Marie Wilkinson has 2 refrigerator trucks.
Okay.
You want us to pick something up?
No, I kind of was just hoping that we had more refrigerator trucks so we could get more fresh produce to our consumers. So I just wondered if you guys had it or not. Okay, awesome, great. Okay, Kat, I think you're up with our Kane DuPage Soil and Water Conservation District update.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. I'm at the table. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, are the rules the same? Do I have to eat this thing? Okay.
To have it
Go.
green, yeah.
All right. So it's March, so let's go ahead. So we'll start with natural resource inventories. Little light, the weather obviously is, or has been a factor. Emma is now back on point. So they're rolling in spades. So next month will be very different than 4.4 acres. Go ahead. Farmer weatherization rebate still ongoing. Please do spread the word. Go ahead. National Ag Week coming up, March 15 through 21. Anything that we'd like to partner with, we would love to participate. Go ahead. So upcoming 4-H, this is an annual tree planting project that we do. It's between 4-H, the Soil and Water Conservation District statewide and extension. We have 25 oak trees of a variety of colors that we will be planting this year. It's going to go to Geneva High School. They petitioned for that. So we'll be installing them there in April. The date will be determined, but I did just get an email that the trees will be ready for pickup shortly. Take two, so the mushroom workshop will be back. It was sold out. We did have a great event, very popular, and everybody was rooting for us to bring them back for Mushrooms 102. So that will also be coming up in October. Looking for where we're gonna do September 16th. We might be doing that one at the DuPage County Fairgrounds to give DuPage County a fair shake. I'm still waiting for a confirmation from them for space, but the 102 will be back, if she's willing, at Extension. Okay, go ahead. Our native plant and tree sale is live. Things are selling out, so if you need anything at your particular space, please reach out to our website and check out the catalogs. Go ahead. That's me. That's it. Oh, did I announce our election last time? Were we done at that point? Because we.
You
Okay,
did,
all right,
yes.
good. Okay,
Yes.
Coolio.
Can you just send all of us the date for the red, white, and burr trees in April?
course.
When you get it set,
Yep.
that would be great. Any questions, comments? Nope? Nope.
Okay.
All righty, thank you.
you.
All right, we get to move to small farmer needs assessment. Alexis, it's your turn.
Okay, so first I'm gonna pass out the needs assessment that I made, and then I will talk a little bit about that and some of the programs. Thank you. Okay, so. No, it's okay. Just had my sticky note on it. Okay, so, yeah, so to just start, I'm coming off of a really busy program season. If you don't know me, I'm Alexis Barnes. I'm the local food systems and small farms educator with Extension. So I was hired in part through the Urban Ag and Innovation Grant that Matt Tansley helped administer. So I used to hold the Urban Farmer Training Program. I did want to touch on that a little bit before I get to the needs assessment. We are going to change a little bit. I don't want to necessarily get rid of the training program because I do think it's necessary. But I've just been noticing some challenges with getting enrollment for that because of the name urban in the title. I think some people feel that they're not urban or the training is not necessary for them. I know that the price point was a bit of a barrier for some, and land access is also a problem. So I've been in talks with, I know Michelle Blackburn from the Forest Preserve, talking about some farmland access topics, incubator plots, there we go, that's the word. And then we are still trying to work on getting the research farm back. I don't know if anyone has talked to Matt Tansley about that, the property on Peck and 38. We have our Illinois Extension Director coming in April to look at that site. And we have submitted some grant proposals to hopefully get some funding for that site. So we are still in talks about that, and I'm hoping that that can alleviate some of those challenges, but I will be shifting the program a little bit there. But I am coming off of a busy season with programming. So that means that I've done a lot of tree fruit education, a lot of business education, marketing for small farmers, and I'm excited to now go into my slow season, which is going onto farms and helping them with technical assistance and what they need for production. So that leads me to the needs assessment. So that's the needs assessment that I made with a campus specialist in evaluation and ag. So I will admit it's very heavy in the specialty crop realm. That's mainly the stakeholder group that I work with, but I did want to bring that to the board and see if there was any additional questions that people were interested in, or if they would like this to be expanded to row crop or livestock farmers. I'm not opposed to that. It's just this is kind of what we came up with the group that I work with. I think that this will be really helpful to know some of the programs that they would like to see moving forward. Have they interacted with Extension? Have they interacted with any other nonprofit organizations that have come out to their farm or have helped them with their systems? So that's where I'm at with that. I have that physical sheet because I know some growers don't like online stuff, but I also have a QR code, and then I have a short link here at the bottom where they can access that. So we have started sending some of this out statewide, but I am modifying just a little bit locally because I want that to be what fits our audience. So are there any questions or comments? No?
No questions or comments, but I'm not a farmer like our esteemed Mr. Kenyon there. But I have used the Illinois Extension in the past. I also worked when I was at Illinois Department of Natural Resources, worked very closely with the Extension.
Yeah.
And then also utilized it for soil health, trying to figure out when my trees were dying, and you guys were very helpful with that. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, the biggest question I think I get is how to read a soil test and the nutrients to add to a garden. That's like big hot topic and no one really knows. So thank you for that support. I appreciate it. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Brings us to item 7, new business. Ooh, we have a big one here. We, as you may have heard, we're at our 25th anniversary of farmland protection, and we have a proclamation. So how come this isn't like as a, yeah, but it's not as a, so I guess we can do a motion? Do we just read it?
You do.
Yeah, we just read it.
We'll
'cause
also
we don't
make a
have it as
motion.
Okay, we could do a motion.
Ralph will make the motion.
Hennessis will second.
Okay, I'm going to let Chris read it. Yeah, no, you can't have mine. You gotta yell. You gotta run around and find the open mic.
Pardon me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Chris Toth, Planning Division Manager here, just really excited to read this proclamation for everyone. I just want to thank Steve for his kind words about the program. I have the distinct pleasure of representing our team who works very hard on this program and has for the last 25 years. So proclaiming April 10th, 2026 as the 25th anniversary of the Farmland Protection Program. Whereas Kane County recognizes the vital importance of farmland to the economic vitality, environmental health, and cultural heritage of our community, and whereas Kane County is home to some of the most productive agricultural land in the state of Illinois, and farming continues to play a significant role in the county's economy, food system, and rural character, and whereas the Kane County Farmland Protection Program, in partnership with the United States Department of Agriculture, Soil, Water, and Conservation District, Kane County Farm Bureau, and the Conservation Foundation works to preserve high-quality prime soils by protecting it from permanent conversion to non-agricultural uses, and has permanently protected more than 6,000 acres. And whereas farmland preservation supports local farmers, strengthens the local and regional food supply, sustains natural resources, protects open space, and contributes to responsible land use planning, and whereas the Farmland Protection Program helps ensure that future generations of Kane County residents can benefit from agriculture, open space, and a resilient local economy, and whereas Kane County supports efforts by farmers, landowners, advocacy groups, and public and private partners to conserve farmland and promote sustainable agricultural practices. Now therefore be it resolved by the Kane County Board to proclaim April 10th, 2026 as the 25th anniversary of the Farmland Protection Program, and to encourage residents to recognize the value of farmland preservation and support efforts that protect agricultural land now and for future generations.
Thank you.
So I'll hand it back over to you if anyone has any comments or questions.
I was gonna take a vote. Just saying that April 10th is a very special day for me. So I'm glad that it falls on this. So can we have a vote? I mean, we can vote, right? Let's just vote. Yeah, let's vote. We had a motion. Right? Yeah, let's vote.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Hennessis,
Hennessis, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Williams, Roth,
Roth, yes.
Doobie,
BI.
Passes.
All righty, that moves us to resolution T.
Ms. Lewis.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. No, go ahead. What's your question?
Uh-huh. I forgot, it's a suggestion. I would like this to come before the full board meeting on April 12th because I think it's that important.
I am all over that.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure.
Well, it should always go.
Yeah, it goes to executive full board.
Okay, I just want to make sure that it.
Okay, just make sure when it gets to exec that we don't have a bunch of people kill it.
I will
I just
make
want to
sure
make
of that.
sure that, because sometimes we do something at a.
Sometimes we do,
level.
but this is, yeah,
It's super
this is really super important. So,
important.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? Okay. Resolution TMP 26-411, authorizing the approval of qualified vendors to provide technical services for food and agriculture projects in Kane County. May I have a motion to discuss?
Sanchez moves.
Second?
Leonard seconds.
Okay. Go right ahead. Oh, yeah, you can have that again.
Chris Toth, Planning Division Manager again. Just a quick highlight of what this resolution is. This resolution will authorize the approval of select vendors to provide future technical services at the discretion of the Development and Community Services Department and Agricultural Committee. The department has determined the need for contractual service providers to sustain ongoing projects and to pursue new initiatives aligned with the county's agriculture and economic development priorities. Establishing a pre-qualified group of vendors would enable the department to move expediently to address the needs of growers, food service agencies, and other partners committed to strengthening the county's agricultural sector. The purchasing department received 6 responses to this RFQ, agricultural concerns. The development department has reviewed and qualified 5 of the 6 vendors as meeting the standard for providing services to the county. We've attached our statements of qualification. Staff is currently in negotiation with the top 3 vendors and will be submitting a concurrent contract resolution to approve service agreements with these vendors pending the outcome of negotiating the terms of service. So currently we are working with purchasing and with our vendors to negotiate the contracts of all 5 of the qualified vendors to move forward to work with them, but I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Mr. Roth?
Roth here. What type of services would they be providing? Can you give an example?
I can.
Sorry, I don't mean to put you on
No,
the
it's,
spot.
no, it's okay. I can just think of a couple quick examples. So first example, last week or 2 weeks ago, we received notification of potential funding opportunities for grants for various agricultural projects through congressional and senators' offices, Foster and Ducksworth respectively. And we found out about these opportunities about 6 business days before the due deadline. So, well, that's okay. We're not upset about that, being the fact that we are very limited with staff time and availability at this time. I was able to pivot and request support from our agricultural consultants who not only worked with me through the days, but also worked through the weekend to create a proper application, help me figure out the budget and needs of the application and reach out for letters of support. And we were able to successfully apply within the deadline. And it was a big ask for a potential funding source for our agricultural easements. So that's just one example. Our consultants work closely with us. They give us good advice and can guide me towards projects that we could focus on, but they're also able to work at a different rate and clip that we can here at the county to address our needs.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No? Okay, we take a roll.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Genesis,
Genesis, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Williams, Roth,
Roth, yes.
Juby.
Juby, aye. Okay, what page is the next resolution on?
Use the bookmarks. It's faster. It's faster, man.
This is just a testament to how the quality of people that actually applied that are in the document packet prior to the resolution I'm looking for. Okay, resolution TMP 26-412, authorizing a contract with consultants to be determined to provide food and agriculture project consulting services. May I entertain a motion to approve?
Sanchez moves.
Second?
Leonard will second.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Chris Toth speaking. Just to read a quick summary of this resolution, this is the Development and Community Service staff are currently in negotiations with three consultants to finalize this contract resolution. This resolution will be updated once department staff and the consultants have reached consensus on the terms of their respective agreements. Once the negotiations are complete, the resolution will authorize contracts between Kane County and three consulting firms to be determined to provide needed technical services in support of ongoing local food system, farmland conservation, and agricultural business development initiatives. Selected vendors will perform work at the direction of the Kane County Development and Community Services Department to provide one or more of the services listed in Exhibit 1. A template of this service agreement is attached to the resolution, and we will update this with the appropriate contracts as it moves through the committee flow. And this is just in support of the previous resolution that allows us to have the contracts that we are working with the negotiations of the preferred consultants. I really appreciate the board's working with us as we move through this process quickly. By doing it this way, we are minimizing the gaps in service that we have with our agricultural consultants during the next month. So with that, I can take any questions.
Mr. Leonard?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Chris, with respect to the cost or potential cost on this, I'm wondering, number one, do you have any idea on that? And number two, how is this funded?
So I'm gonna take my best shot at that question because I'm trying to fill in for my team as this is currently budgeted item under our agricultural activities. So to answer that question, yes, this is currently budgeted. What was the second question, Bill? I'm sorry.
Well, the first question was how much do you expect this to cost? And then secondly, how is it funded?
So yeah, currently I'm working with some of our finance team to get that on. That'll be on our the contracts with a not to exceed amount and our hourly cost of the services. I expect it to be in the general like $150 an hour for the cost of the services. And the not exceed amount will vary between the three contracts because they offer three different sets of services. But I don't expect any of them to exceed probably $300,000 a year for the services. That's a pretty high amount, but we want to have latitude to be able to work with grant opportunities and things that pop up.
Perfect. And you know, if this is a budgeted item, I have no problem with it. I support it fully. I was just concerned about a few things on this, but basically what this is doing is moving forward the process.
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry that there's no amounts filled in here, but we're on a time crunch. And because we had to push it back a whole month before, we're kind of a little behind. So we'll have all that information will be filled in by exec. So, okay, Mr. Roth.
Is an example of this where we hired Ellen last year to do our help.
Yeah, Ellen and
And
Janice.
and hopefully she's one of the three bidding because she did a very good job over the last year. Thank you.
Any more questions? No? Okay, can we take a vote?
I'd like to recognize.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, you told me to do that too. Okay, to recognize Ms. Allen has joined us.
Okay.
You're welcome. You get to vote now.
Allen,
Allen, aye. Right away.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Hennessis,
Hennessis, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Williams, Roth,
Roth, yes.
Doobie.
Juby, aye. Now I'll talk again.
Thank you.
Oh. All righty. May I have a motion to put reports on file?
Sanchez asked for unanimous consent to place the reports on file.
Okay. Anyone opposed? No? Okay.
No.
Anybody? This is a chance for a free-for-all. Anybody got anything? No? Nobody? Nothing? Wow. Deb, thanks for joining us. May I have a
Roth will make a motion to adjourn.
adjourn? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're adjourned.
Sanchez seconded.
Thank you, Ms. Juby, for a very fast